I find it very comical that these shills, plants, and operatives are working double and triple overtime, and some is doing it for no pay, some is doing it for little pay, and some's doing it for a lot of pay. But nevertheless, they are really going in to try to protect this sister and Kamala Harris, right? And you see a lot of these bootlicks out here, whether it been um, Benjamin Crump, Ricky Smiley, Charlatan the Fraud, Roland Martin, Mark Lamont Hill, and other suspects. Greg Carr, Steve Harvey, D.L. Hughley. All these clowns somehow got deemed as black leaders. And they are really going in overdrive to quote unquote protect this sister in Kamala Harris. Or camel toe, oh camel toe. Before we go any further, I need to express this, right? Because I don't want nobody trying to put me in a box or try to label me something I didn't ask for or didn't want to be in. First of all, I am not a leader. Some idiot came in my comments and said, "Oh, you want to be this so-called black leader?" Oh, no. You're not going to put no label on me. I follow a code because that code will lead me to empowerment. And there's a level of empowerment I'm trying to attain, which means I have to follow a code. And I choose to follow a code because your behavior in given situations will determine your level of empowerment. So you're not going to project no labels onto me. You're not going to put me in some box or whatever like that. If I see that in my comment sections, I'm just going to bat your ass up out of here. Period. What's up, y'all? I see y'all up in the building. Ted, Rasheed Holmes, my man T Price, Old Head Podcast or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's the tried and true, man. That's my homie right there. So go subscribe to the Old Head Podcast, right? And in these series of videos I've done, my goal is to expose to you these shills, these plants, these operatives, these opportunists, these suck puppets and sellouts, and self-serve professional bullshit artists. Which brings us to Michael Eric Doofus. Now, in an attempt to quote unquote protect this sister, you're not going to do that. You're not going to do that. You're not going to do that. Don't label others. I don't have to label them. They label themselves, you idiot. They label themselves. They label themselves by their actions. So watch your mouth before you get batted up out of here. Now, Michael Eric Dyson and CNN set this stuff up. I know that CNN set this up. They set this crap up. They set up this crap. There was it. And look, this is not to support Nancy Mace. Nancy Mace is from my home state, South Carolina. Nancy Mace is a funky ass white supremacist. Okay. Nancy Mace is a no good individual. But CNN knew what the hell they're doing. And Nancy Mace is dumb enough to take the bait. Because that's what the right do. They like to play both victimizer and victim. Now, this is the problem I got with Michael Eric Doofus, right? Along with all these other bootlicks that's on the left. This is the problem I got with her. with him and people of his ilk. You got all kinds of black folks going to jail, doing football numbers over crimes they didn't commit. Kamala Harris is partly responsible why some of these same black men are in jail right now. And yet, these bootlicks won't come out and defend the very people that's being wrongly unjust by the system. There's black women that's in prison right now doing football numbers. And you know who's for crimes they didn't commit? Hell, Kamala Harris was instrumental in putting black women in prison out in San Francisco over that bullshit ass truancy law. Where's these bootlicks like Michael Eric Doofus and Charlatan the Fraud and Roland Martin and all these other people? Where they at? Where are they at defending them? This is the problem I got with them. They're not putting this energy in its proper application. But this chameleon who's done nothing but put people in prison and then laugh in their face about it, oh, we're supposed to protect her though. But yet the same black people that she's put in prison as a prosecutor, where's their protection at? Where was you at being on the so-called front lines for that? Because it seems like lately, Michael Eric Dyson, the only front lines you've been in was at the Western Sizzling. Anyway, let's just get to it. DJ, spin that shit.
Michael.
That sounds like self-hatred and justification of white supremacy. And let me just say this, because this Congresswoman is a wonderful human being, but when you disrespect Kamala Harris by saying you will call her whatever you want.
Okay, so once again, Michael Eric Doofus, right? There's nothing beautiful about a white supremacist, all right? So I don't know why you would give her that title. I don't know why you would give her that respect. She doesn't respect you. So why would you even give her that label? I'm going to play that again just in case you missed it.
That sounds like self-hatred and justification of white supremacy. And let me just say this, because this Congresswoman is a wonderful human being.
How is she a wonderful human being? Explain that, Michael Eric Dyson. How is this woman a wonderful human being? So she gets to spit in your face and you want to put your arms around her. Didn't I tell you about Boule? Didn't I tell you about people like him, these old ninjas? And Boule, yeah. Oh, you gotta learn how to love. That's what he's getting that nonsense from. Now, this woman will call you all kinds of stuff to your face, call you the N-word, call you all kinds of shit, and yet you're going to put your arm around her and embrace her and tell her she's a wonderful human being? The nerve of you.
But when you disrespect Kamala Harris by saying you will call her whatever you want, I know you don't intend it to be that way. That's the history and legacy of white disregard for the humanity of black people.
So now you're calling me racist.
I didn't say. I just said you weren't a
BS.
racist.
That is complete.
No, you don't have to intend racism to
No.
accomplish
You are
it.
intending that I
Your
am
disrespect
racist,
of Kamala
and
Harris
that
is part and parcel of a
why can't
tradition
you
of
just-
disrespect.
It's offensive,
Congresswoman,
and it's
why can't you
it's
just?
offensive.
I'm
and
not
it's
calling you a
disgusting.
racist. I'm
No,
saying
you are.
what the
You
practice
are.
is
You
racist.
are. You
Why can't
absolutely
we
are.
just the
That
player
is-
where
that
I'm
is-
saying
let me get
disrespecting? No, what's disgusting
That
is
is
your
disgusting.
disrespect of her.
Professor.
This gentleman said,
You know what?
I didn't know her name.
Disgusting
He's
to
trying
women
to do
is
it.
her disrespect of women. She doesn't know what a woman is. And if 25 years ago,
White women don't have the ability to tell black women who paid the price of blood to make this country what it is to tell them they're not real women.
25
They
years
care for
ago,
your babies
25
and
years ago,
respected
I
your
became
humanity.
the first woman to graduate from the Citadel, the Military College of South Carolina. I
So call her
fought my
name.
Okay, so about that, right? Let me put that as proper context, right? Because what this funky ass white supremacist doesn't tell you was the fact that for a long time, women were not allowed at the Citadel. There was a woman by the name of Shannon Faulkner who lied to her application. And if you want to know how a lot of these laws that get passed in the United States, is normally due to the lies of a white woman, whether it been Roe versus Wade, right? Norma McCorvey, she lied about being gang raped by two black dudes, and And when in reality, she carried on a relationship with a dude that and she got pregnant by him, and the dude didn't want nothing to do with her, and she wanted to abort the baby. Hey, if you don't believe me, hey, the situation happened out in Dallas, Texas. Go research out in Dallas, Texas, right, with Norman McCorvey. She even admitted on an interview back in 1987 that she lied about the whole thing. But if you really want to know how a lot of laws get written, normally is in part due to the lies of a white woman. So Shannon Faulkner lies on her application about being a male when she knew she was a female. They accepted the application. When she goes to check in, they turn her away because she's a female. And at the time, the Citadel and VMI, because the Virginia Military Institute was the equivalent to the Citadel, they didn't allow women either. So Shannon Faulkner sues for discrimination. She wins the lawsuit. She does 1 week at the Citadel and then quits. That will open the door for women to attend the Citadel. But this funky ass white supremacist and Nancy Mace ain't gonna put that in its proper context.
Right through it.
So pronounce her name right.
Let me
So pronounce her name right.
Kamala Harris. If
Kamala.
You said
I will say Nancy. It's Kamala. You're doing this on purpose, Congresswoman.
Disrespectful.
You can't expect people to
If
respect
a
your
man put
service
on
if
a
you don't
skirt
respect
and walked
her.
that stage 25 years ago, she
You're a
would have
white
said
woman
it. She would have
disrespecting a
taken
black
that
woman. That is
achievement away from
problematic.
women.
That's
That's
Dyson, let me get in
disgusting.
here because I want to
That's
play
disgusting.
one.
Okay, Abby Phillips, you don't need to be doing any more commentary like that, because clearly that went completely off the rails. You let that white supremacist come in and hijack the whole goddamn segment. You let that white supremacist come in and yes, Nancy Mace, you're racist and you're dummy. You're dumbass motherfucking bitch. That's a racist. But anyway, she let that white supremacist come in and just completely let that segment go off the rails, which prompted this from Mr. Michael Eric Dyson, right? Where that little I'm sorry, what's that little scree he went on? Where's it at? Oh yeah, there you are, right there, live in the flesh. DJ, spin that shit.
Just a love note for black women this morning, for little girls, for aunties, for grandmothers, for wives, for partners, for lovers, for teachers, ditch diggers, engineers, around the way girls, to presidential candidates. We black men who have too often failed you, who have too often not said the right thing at the right time, who have been vulnerable to the claim that we have forgotten what you have done for us, the magnificence of your service.
Hey man, this is Simping 101. If you want a masterclass on how to be a simp, well, look no further than this clown right here. Let's go.
To our people, the beauty and power of your spirit at times when we flagged. We remember all the remarkable things you have done and beg your forgiveness for us not standing up for you when times were tough or when no one else was in the room to defend you, to assert the legitimacy and validity of your personhood. Please forgive us, but no more.
Okay, so I just got a question, right? What black men are you referring to, Michael Eric Dyson? What black men are you talking about? What black men you know that's out there doing just because you got to put things in this proper context. We don't know. This is not a one-size-fits-all type deal. You just can't put all of us in the box like all of us are not defending black women. And then, truth be told, some black women don't need to be defended. They don't need to be saved. This the whole protect black women message that they're, or not even protect black women, it's protect Kamala Harris. Because they've only been driving that message ever since she proclaimed herself to be the presidential nominee. And the Democratic Party strapped this rocket to her back, and she's at the top of the presidential ticket. And the Democratic Party pretty much told us this is who we need to vote for. And ever since, Benjamin Crump and people of his ilk was pushing this nonsense about, well, we got to protect Kamala Harris. We got to protect this sister, right? This is the simpery that's being shoved down our throat. This is the kind of nonsense that's being perpetuated. We got to protect this sister. Okay, so let me get this straight. It's the black man's job to protect this sister, even though she has a husband who's of Jewish descent, right? Who she met on a blind date. She has the protection of the Secret Service. And so I don't understand this thing to where it's the job of the black community to protect this sister. Protect her from what? Protect her from what? So this, this hotline bling that Eric Dyson is going on right now to, try to appeal to whoever is disgusting. It is comical. It is diarrhea of the mouth.
Will that occur? And so the other night, Keith Boykin and I were on CNN trying to be respectful to the Congresswoman who insisted upon mispronouncing Kamala Harris. Do you call Melania? Do you call Ivanka? Then call Kamala. Then call Vice President Harris, Vice President Kamala Harris. And soon we pray and hope and work that you will call her President Kamala Harris.
Shit, the way Michael Eric Dyson's talking, you think he's the husband of Kamala Harris. Or camel toe, oh, camel toe.
So this is a note to put on notice anybody who would come for us, who would try to stain the reputation or besmirch the character of black women, not only the Kamala Harrises of the world, but the Shaniquas and the Jackies and the Renees and whoever else a black woman happens to be.
Hold on, I know some black women named Shaniquas and whoever else that work at Popeyes that'll put a foot in your ass you stepped to them incorrect. So what are you talking about? See, this is the simping going wrong. Michael Eric Doofus is a prime example of when simping goes wrong. Yes, black men will protect black women in its proper context, in its proper application. One size does not fit all. Again, and when have black men not protected black women? When? You act like this is never, you act like this is an uncommon phenomenon. So if black men ain't protecting black women, then why do we have situations where, or not even situations, why do we have relationships where black men and black women are dating if black men are not protecting black women, huh? What are you talking about? I mean, you hoes is out here just saying anything. to try to get us and to browbeat us and to vote for Kamala Harris. Right? You guys just saying anything. So, once again, for those of you that are not aware, this is what's going on right now. This is how they're trying to browbeat us into quote-unquote protecting this sister, even though this is a feeble attempt, but it's an attempt nonetheless. Here's newsflash, Michael Eric Dyson. When you put down the drumstick and take that goddamn on cloth from around your neck after getting barbecue sauce all on your damn shit. Let me let you in a little something there, Michael Eric Dyson. We're not voting for her. You know why? Because she has a history of putting the black folks, right? And then why are we sitting up here calling ourselves trying to protect this sister when this sister girl don't even want to give us reparations? You're bought and paid for.
And whatever else her name happens to be, we will stand tall for them. Not you unprincipled harridans, you people who assault the legitimacy of our black womanhood. More than 20 years ago, in 2003, I wrote a book called Why I Love Black Women. It wasn't a thing. It wasn't black women magic. It wasn't.
Hold on, you wrote a book called Why I Love Black Women? You wrote a book called Why I Love Black Women. I didn't see that at Barnes & Noble. Now, I saw the Pussy book at Barnes & Noble. It's like a 500-page book. You open it up, you see everything about the female anatomy. I saw that at Barnes & Noble. I didn't see your book, Why I Love Black Women. But then again, I don't need a book. I don't need to read your book to justify why I love black women. Okay, allow me to give you just a snapshot, right? I'm going to give you my version of why I love black women, right? And this is without me being a simp. Black women are sexier. Black women got big titties, fatter asses. They're more erotic in the bedroom. They're more protecting of their black men. Not all of them, but most of them. They fight for the same cause alongside their man. They're more nurturing towards their children. I just gave you all that in about 60 seconds, and you didn't need to waste no $15.99 at a Barnes & Noble or waste your download space on your laptop to try to download this bullshit-ass book on PDF for free. There you go. You're welcome.
Black boy joy. This was before there was a trend. So I've been doing this. I've been on the front line of defending black women. I have been on the front line of saying that despite our imperfections as black men, despite the ways I have personally hurt or harmed any human being who happens to be a black woman on this earth, despite all of that, what I have always understood is the principled deference to their power and their spirit, and the principled defense of their humanity in the face of unprincipled assault. And so this is just a reminder that we will continue to stand as black men for black women. We will continue to have.
So here's the question I got, right? Just another question I got. Hey, what's up, y'all? Let's see y'all up in the building. Hit that like button, man. Hit that like button, support the channel. And if you want to donate, there's my Cash App, there's my PayPal. Any and all donations are accepted, appreciated. Okay? So when have black men not been protecting black women? When? When did it stop? When did you stop protecting black women? Ain't your wife black? Ain't your wife black? Michael Eric Dyson, don't you have a black wife? Hold up. Let me see if this dude got a black wife. Okay, so you're your third wife. You and your third wife. So aren't you constantly protecting your wife who is black? So what is you talking about? Oh, we gotta put this is like for those of you that just got in, Michael Eric Dyson went on this big old Twitter rant about protecting black women, when in essence it's about the message of protecting camel toe. Oh baby, it's the camel toe. It's her. Vice presidential hopeful, or not vice presidential, she's the current vice president. Current presidential hopeful, Kamala Harris. This was this Twitter screed was all about for those of you who just got back in here, right? No, David Joseph, not big words, it's Big Macs. Get it right. It's Big Macs, not big words, Big Macs.
Have your backs. We will continue to uplift you. We will not allow a woman like Congresswoman Nancy Mace. I didn't call her Nancy Machi. I didn't call her out of her name. I insisted that she was a wonderful woman. She proved otherwise in her behavior. And then she immediately, in a reactionary fashion, suggested, oh, you're calling me a racist. I did not. But if who the cap fit, wear it. If that's what you pretend not to be, then don't do it. Racists are who racists do. So the reality is, my sister Nancy Mace, that you must come.
Whoa. Why are you calling her a sister? That white supremacist is not your sister. She's not your colleague. She's not your contemporary. She's not even your friend. That's the enemy. This is the danger of people like Michael Eric Dyson being projected as a leader. It's crazy. Why would you even say that? Why would you even fix your mouth to call this woman a sister? She is a white supremacist. What are you talking about? That's not your sister.
To an understanding that you don't get the right to call women what you want to call them, especially as a white woman. Do you not understand the history of white supremacy, where white women were able to call black women anything they wanted to, not to have to know their names? So Becky, Barbie, Karen, please understand that we will no longer silently be complicit in the erosion of the integrity, in the assault upon the beauty of our sisters. We love all the women of the world, but on this day, we unapologetically uplift the virtue, the vitality, the viability, and especially the visibility of black women. Let me show you what I'll do to protect this. Shoot at you people like movie directors. Love you, black women. Just do.
Woo! 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 Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh my Lord have mercy. And then you try to quote a Jay-Z lyric. Don't think I didn't catch you trying to quote a Jay-Z. Oh, 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 oh my. Oh my Lord. Wow. You might as well just start the goddamn lyric off by saying, my name is Michael Eric Dyson. I'm the type of person that likes Tyson. And I mean by Tyson chicken. Shit. The hell? I'm gonna have to remix that lyric. My name is Michael Eric Dyson. I like the type of fried chicken from Tyson. Right? See, I beat it rhyme. Anyway, Lord have mercy. You can't make this stuff up, man. You cannot make this stuff up. Hey, man, I apologize for laughing so long, man. This thing is hilarious, man. This is the kind of quote-unquote black leaders that the brother Malcolm warned us about. Shameless, spineless, suck puppet sellout. And it's disgusting. Now, maybe my head is so far above the clouds that I missed that Michael Larry Dyson was out here stomping for black society who's been unjustly put in prison over crimes they didn't commit. But all the meanwhile, he wants you to protect Kamala Harris. He wants you to go out there and vote in blind deference to this woman. Now, mind you, she has not provided any tangible benefits for black society. She's in office right now and hasn't done anything. If y'all remember the video I did on Friday, I pointed out that disastrous interview she did with that pasty-faced bastard Lester Holt. After that, she was put under wraps. You didn't see her out here in these streets doing interviews. You didn't see her, out here in these streets and all that. You didn't see none of that. She was put under wraps. She was made to do interview training. She was deemed a liability. This is all factual. This is nothing I made up. If you think I'm making this up, you think I'm on cap and all that, hey, the power of the internet is at your fingertips the way you can research this stuff for yourself. If you think I'm on cap and I'm just shooting at hip, just saying anything. I don't care what you say, LB. I'm still voting for Kamala Harris. Okay, have at it. But one thing you cannot say is I didn't warn you. That's the one thing you can't say. No fear mongering about Trump. No fear mongering about the Republicans. No fear mongering about 2025 and whatever else is going to get me off my square when it comes to this situation right here. And no, I'm not a Trump supporter. I will continue to say that till the cows come home. It is Couch 2024 over here. If I had said it already, I'm going to say it again, and I'm going to continue to say it. No tangibles, no vote. And this is what's going on right now. So all that what he did right there was disgusting. I'm just keeping it 100. It was not needed. It was totally unnecessary. It was way out of left field. And then meanwhile, the black community is still struggling. When you factor in the high cost of rent, high cost of groceries, black folks are still getting murdered by police. Black folks are still getting unjustly put in prison. Black folks are still being targeted and victimized and all that. And yet, this man said we got to protect this sister, the same sister who has been a willing and able collaborator in the demise of black society. You guys are disgusting, man. For real. I'm going to continue to put my foot in you guys' asses, whether it be you, Charlatan the fraud, that three chin, no neck having, fat Giles, Blubbermouth Roland Martin, Mark Lamarchill, Ricky Smiley, Steve Harvey. Yeah, because Steve Harvey need to continue doing Family Feud. Corny Booker. Now, never forget, you out there pulling that stunt with Rosario Dawson. Now you got Rosario Dawson don't even like men no more. No thanks to you, Cory Booker. All you guys out there that's out here running this playbook by the letter. I mean, y'all turning that page and y'all running that playbook by the letter. You don't fool me. You make a fool of these other idiots out here, but you don't fool me. I see through the scam. And that's exactly what it is. It's a goddamn scam to try to bait us into voting for this woman. This woman ain't done not one sit-down interview. Yes, she laid out an agenda, but the agenda is so vanilla and is lacking context and is lacking teeth. What's up, Scott Evans? Salute to you. But I'm supposed to be, throwing all that aside and blind deference to this woman who's been a willing and able collaborator in the continued assault on Black society, right? Really, Michael Eric Dyson? You really think that stunt that you and CNN and all your other ilk pull is going to, nah? Abby Phillips, you think that stunt y'all pulled on CNN the other night, and you come back on Twitter with this, down on bended knee screed that you went on, it's going to get me to vote for this woman, right? Nah, y'all need to do better than that. You need to do better than that. But I'll give you E for effort, though. I would definitely give you E for effort. So, on that note, I'm going to conclude this stream. And if you're not a subscriber to this channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, share these videos on your social media platforms. If you would like to donate to the cause, there's the Cash App, there's the PayPal, and also have the Super Chat up. I thank everybody for tuning in. From the bottom of my heart, without you, there's no me. Last but not least, shouts out to the LDBC. This your man. Scream at me. Hurt.